When you hear the Kevin Jackson Show,
you're hearing that they've mislabeled many of the so-called deaths. 10,000 people have died. But you know what they're also telling you? Overestimated the number of deaths.
then you are home. The Valley's News Talk and Podcasts. Talk Central Phoenix.
Okay, so I'm really confused because, my dad's Latino and my mom is white, so does that mean I can only listen to, half of Chips and Salsa?
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
You just made real smart.
And we are ready for another segment of the Chips and Salsa Show. I'm Alice Lara, here with
Don Jorge Alacran.
We have a fantastic show today. It's been going very, very fast because it's a good one. And in our first segment, we introduced you to our wonderful friend who has been on the show before, and that's Hilda Villaverde.
Hi there. Good to see you all again.
Yeah, she is a hair salon owner, business owner, entrepreneur. She is also a writer, author of some wonderful books. And you know what? Normally we have them here.
I know.
And my bad for not bringing them. I can't believe you don't have one with you.
They're in the car. I'll go run down right now and get them.
Okay, cool.
Got a box.
We'll do that. Maybe we'll take some photos and then we'll have those later so we can have them. But she's a really good writer. You just feel like she's just right there telling the story to you. So she was so wonderful to bring two great guests with us. I want to introduce you to Janet Poppe with Arizona Women of Action, and also Michelle Mills, and we're just calling her a conservative Latina activist because we know you're Latina also, so we have to promote that because one of the reasons we do this show is because we're busting the myth that, oh man, you're Latina, you have to be a Democrat. No, conservative Republicans. There's a lot of us out there.
And we've adopted Janet. She's kind of our sister, our white sister.
Honorary Latina.
Honorary Latina girl.
Right on. Excellent.
Excellent.
That is fantastic. That's great. So let's see. Let's start out with, we're going to start with Janet first. Arizona Women of Action. Janet, I've heard great, wonderful things about your organization. So why don't you tell your audience what you guys do and give a website and a phone number too, and then we're going to ask questions about it.
Okay, sounds great. So thank you for having me. Very excited to tell you about Arizona Women of Action. So our organization is really a grassroots organization of women that, during the last couple of years, let's face it, we all have realized that we need to take action. I think you were talking about this earlier, Hilda. And so it started out with just a group of about 8 of us on a text chain. And what are we going to do? We need to do something. And so I remember when a while ago they were going to put a Black Lives Matter mural in front of the Capitol. And we all got on the phone with each other and said, oh, I don't think so. And so we all immediately went into action, just this little group of us. And we sent out to everybody we knew on all of our email lists, this has to stop. There shouldn't be any political thing put in front of our Capitol. And so the very next day, they had received hundreds and hundreds of emails, and they took it off the docket and off the agenda.
Oh, that is awesome.
Oh, yes.
So we all said, there might be something to this. And we started this sort of an email, and then we started to get more and more people, and then we started to have some summit meetings bringing all these people together. And now we're up to about 1,800 women.
Yeah.
1,800 women.
Yes.
1,800.
And these are all in Arizona?
In Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
With 8 women. You started with the 8 of you.
Started with about 8 women, and we just realized that those local positions are important. I kind of always thought about, nationally, you vote for president or whatever, but these local positions we have here are very, very, very important, and we need to start taking action. So the women in our membership are really busy women, but they want to do something. So what we do is we go through all of the things politically and legislatively. We go through all the things that are happening culturally in our state, and the things that are happening in education and medical freedom, and we find the top actions that they can take simply and easily, and then once a week we send out a call to action email that gives them simple actions that they can take.
that is awesome. So if someone wants to get signed up for that, how would they do that?
So you can go to our website. It's azwomenofaction.com. azwomenofaction.com, and right on there there's a little button that says, add me to your email list, and you'll start getting that call to action. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, we are on Telegram. So you can follow Arizona Women of Action, AZ Women of Action, on a lot of social media.
Great.
As well.
Is there any requirement to join? Money involved? Anything like that?
Nope, no money involved to join.
Why wouldn't you join?
You can donate.
Right.
But what we have done is we had the first meeting we had, and this has only been going on for less than a year, and we have 1,800 women now. The first meeting we had something like 87 women RSVP, and 150 showed up.
Oh, that's true.
Our last meeting we had to shut it off at 500.
500, I was there.
500 women came, and it was called Fearless and Free, and it was really around cancel culture.
What was it called?
Fearless and Free.
Fearless and Free.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. And
That is a good problem to have. We had to cut it off at 500. Oh, that's really nice.
And it was an outstanding evening. It was an outstanding evening. They did a super job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we really want to build community and stand up for our constitutional freedoms.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Last week we had on Nathan Duell with Heritage Action for America, and we were talking. We need to do more. We need to do more, and this is a little thing that we do. We do the Chips and Salsa show to get information out. But women, you ask women, and we're doers. We'll get it done.
They will take action.
Yes.
That's how we get it done.
That's why I invited both of these gals here. And thank you for letting me bring my friends over. But when I first met Janet, I attended their small conference with 500 women. And I was so taken. I want to say something about what they do. They're very specific about what they're doing. They are touching and
mission is
affecting.
identified, huh?
Their mission is identified. It is action, and they group people up. If you want to be a PC, if you want to work in this area, if you want to go to this table, go to that table. I was so taken back when I watched what they were doing and how well organized. They just have a plan. And they're organized, and that's why they're growing so quickly. But Arizona Women of Action, they mean it. They're into action, and when you receive their call to action email, it's very specific. Press here, go here, call Ducey's office, do this, and this is why you're doing that. It's really fabulous.
And one of the things like Nathan talked about is you can melt down the phones. So having 1,800 women available to you, if you got 25, 30, maybe 100, and they're all burning up the phones at night.
Yeah.
When those people get there in the morning, the legislators we're talking about, or the significant people that you have to let know, that's an impact.
It is.
They're
It's
very busy, and they know that all these people, they're not going to let it go. Now, you're not going into the bathrooms like some other people to harass
We
them.
draw the line.
These women have class. Okay, they're not going to do that.
No.
But there's so much that can be done. I'm very excited about your organization. I can't tell you. I'm going to sign up, and guys can sign up too, or how does that work?
Sure. You can sign up, get the call to action email. That would be fantastic. One of the other things that we love to do is partner with other grassroots organizations. What we've found is in the last year or two, a lot of grassroots groups are popping up. So, that's kind of how I met Michelle, and through Hilda, actually. So she's a great connector. Yes. She knows everybody. Yes. She's such a good connector. So if we synergize our efforts, and we don't try to duplicate, but we synergize and work together, all these grassroots groups can just have tremendous impact.